Hello and welcome to Jewellery Rescue. If you're new here, I'm Kat and I'm a girl on a mission to rescue and recycle the world's unwanted jewellery. Today we've got a thrift haul for you. This is pieces that I've picked up at the car boot sales and in a charity shop over the last few weeks, and I just wanted to share with you. So we've got vintage and we've got some silver, we've got some lovely Murano glass beads. Let's dive straight in. So first of all, this little haul was from a car boot sale a couple of weeks ago, and most of it was bought in one lot, but I did buy a couple of bits separately on their own, including this mid-century cuff. It's pearl in the middle. I think they're faux pearls actually, and white metal. Nothing particularly special, but it was £1.50, and I just thought it was a really cool example of a brutalist sort of style mid-century cuff. Then I picked up this, which I thought was an apple, but actually when I got it home, I'm not quite sure that it is. It's just a lovely round shape. Now this really looks like Swarovski, but I can't find the Swarovski logo anywhere inside it, but I did find others very similar listed as Swarovski. It's got these fish inside, which I'm guessing is a Pisces star sign design, and it just reflects beautifully inside. How cool is that? I just loved it, and I paid 50p for that, so that was a cool find. Then the other bits I paid for as a job lot for £5 from a store that I go to each time. I just got a little stack of bangles. Nothing massively special about these, but I love collecting brass bangles, and I thought I would make up some stacks of vintage plastic ones for the summer, and this one is a plastic with brass. I just thought those were quite fun. One of these, which I pick up all the time, they're faux gemstones, probably 70s or 80s at a guess. They're just plastic, but they're fun beads. This seller doesn't really charge very much, so I usually just grab a handful of whatever takes my fancy, and he usually just charges me a few pounds. These coins, which I've picked up these similarly before, what does it say? They're usually Paris ones. Republic Sancti Marin Libertas. Assuming that's Latin. Can anybody translate that? It says Repubblica di S Marino. It's obviously a tourist piece, and if it's the same age as the Paris ones, it's probably 1930s or 40s. So quite a cool little find for not very much money. And then this pendant I picked up simply because my grandmother had a brooch very similar, and it's now in, I think, my daughter's jewellery box. Hers was pinky sort of tones, and it was from the Isle of Wight pottery, which I suspect this one probably is too, because it's so similar in style, and I'd never seen a pendant to match it, so I just had to pick that one up. Oddly, my eldest daughter then found another one, a purpley one, the following week, I think, at a car boot sale, and bought it for herself, so we've both got one now. This one I think was from this bundle. It's been in my shorts, forgive me if I have shared it before, but I think it was bought with these pieces. It's got these beautiful Millefiori glass focal in the centre. It's not silver, it's a costume piece, but I just thought it was really pretty. So that was a nice little bundle there for a £5. Then I did a couple of midweek car boot sales, which have been quiet so far because we're still at the start of the season, but I did get a few treasures. So let's see, I bought a bundle here for £4. My daughter actually haggled for me, and in the end this was such a tangle of necklaces and things, we actually had to cut a couple of them to get them free, which was a bit of a shame. But I picked up this really pretty glass beaded necklace just because I absolutely loved the glass. There are some, these ones look a bit like marbles. They're just really pretty, and I think this here is probably in a silver setting, and they're freshwater pearls. There's a few more here. So I'm going to do some more justice to that. I mean, it was coming apart anyway, look, so I don't feel too bad that I cut it, but the beads are just so cool. And then I had this one. I don't think I bought this from the same boot sale, actually. I think we found this in an unboxing recently, but I just wanted to show you that I plan to mix these together because they're really similar design. This one I thought was just really fun. This one's plastic. It says, "Watch this space." I couldn't find that when I googled it, and I hadn't heard of it before, so let me know if that one's familiar to you. They're this sort of, they're almost like a dichroic glass or like a foiled glass, but they're not, the plastic. I just thought it was really fun. And then this one, which again is plastic and mixed with wood, and that came with a necklace, but unfortunately again we had to cut the necklace to get it free. I think probably what I'll do is cut them both and then make either 2 bracelets or 2 necklaces, or maybe even 1 necklace. We shall see. I'll have some fun with those. That's the other bit of it where we had to cut it free. And then this bangle I just thought was interesting. Again, it's costume, but it's got nice prong set rhinestones in it. It's just really pretty. Be nice for Christmas actually, wouldn't it? Because it's got green and red on it, and it's quite a nice small size. I've got small wrists and I find it hard to find bangles that are small, so I expect there's other people that have the same issue. And then I don't know if the other one, it was a big jewellery box and it was all matted together, and I couldn't find the other one to these. It's a tiger's eye in a costume setting, and I'm going to make that one into a pendant. I just thought that was really pretty. So again, a nice little haul for not very much money. And then as we were leaving, there's a guy who I think is probably one of the people that runs the boot sale, and I think he just picks up bits that people have left behind, and he often has interesting things. He doesn't really know what he's got. And I picked up this beautiful pendant for £1. It's got no markings. I think it's probably alpaca because it's got a sort of goldy colour here. It doesn't feel like silver. It feels like an alpaca or a low grade silver blend maybe. And I've put it onto my liquid silver necklace, which I bought at the same car boot sale years ago for 50p from a house clearance guy who had obviously missed the sterling markings on the cap there. That's a Native American one, and I've been really enjoying wearing that. It's gorgeous for £1. So that one was for me. And then this Wednesday I popped up after the school run, and there wasn't very much there, but I did pick up a few bits from one guy. So he had this antique ring box, nothing in it, but it's just a really beautiful box, and I think it's probably the kind of thing that would have been thrown away if it hadn't been sold. It says G.H. Bird, Diamond Merchant, Hanley and Stoke? Hanley of Stoke, maybe. Beautiful. I wonder what came in there. Perhaps somebody's engagement ring. So I'm going to use that as a photo prop. So that was £1. And then another cloisonné bangle to go with my collection. I have armfuls of cloisonné bangles. This is a nice thick one, and it was just £1. And then, oh, this was actually from a different stall. I couldn't resist picking up this 1980s Polly Pocket. This is 1989. It's my era. It's got the bluebird logo on the back, and it's a zoo. I think it's called a wild zoo. I appreciate not jewellery, but I thought some of you might like to see it. No Polly, no animals, unfortunately. I bought it for my daughter, but she wasn't interested, so that's going to go on eBay, and it looks like it'll fetch probably about £12. And then this is the best bit, guys. I had such a good haul from the charity shops. So first of all, I wanted to show you, there was a necklace in one of my recent thrift hauls where it was just, I think it was a Marks and Spencer's necklace with lots of different beads, and it had this one cloisonné enamel bead on it, which I said I was going to make into a pendant. You may have seen it in my shorts, but I thought I would just share here that I've made it into a hanging focal pendant, and I've made a long, I think it's about an 18 or 20 inch steel chain to hang it from, and I've been enjoying that with my matching bangles. Okay, so I couldn't believe my little haul. So I think I just went into one charity shop after I stocked up one of my shops last week, and they had so many pretty things. So I picked up this beaded bracelet. It's Murano glass. It still has its original ticket on, but this is slightly intriguing because on the back it says Hecho a mano, which is man-made, I believe, in Spanish. So it's Venetian glass, I guess, sold in Spain, but it's still got its tag on. I'm not really quite sure whether I should sell this as is, restring it, or make it into other things, because I was thinking it would make really beautiful rings. They'd be really lovely as rings. And oddly, in the same charity shop a few weeks ago, I picked up this necklace, which is a really similar foiled design. Somebody commented on my short of this one. I think they said it was Summerso. I don't know how you say it. Glass. I need to do a bit more research on that. Really pretty. And then this one got me very excited. Let's just untangle it. Check this one out. I got really excited because it looks like pools of light, and I was really hoping that it was going to be crystal, but when I checked it on the Presidium, it was coming up as glass, unfortunately. So it's super pretty. I mean, it almost looks like moonstones, but it's just really lovely glass. And I think probably 1950s or 60s. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Isn't it pretty? And there's no markings, but I'm absolutely sure it's silver. So obviously when I list it, I'll need to test it, but I'm pretty sure it is silver. And that was £2.50. Can you believe that was hiding in the costume? Stunning. I forgot to say as well that if you are new here, please do go and check out the channel and hit that subscribe and the bell so you don't miss my future videos. I have recently launched a membership option on the channel where there'll be some extra content, some discounts, some behind the scenes, a community. There's going to be loads of stuff in there, so check that out as well. Now, this is the find of the video, guys, and I think probably my find of the year. Check this out. This absolutely stunning inlaid with gemstone and shell. Now it's higher grade than sterling. It's 950 silver. It's got one marking inside which just says 950 in here. Now I was absolutely convinced that this was Zuni. It's a very similar inlay, for example, to my ring here, but on a Google lens search it was coming up with Inca, really similar ones as Inca jewellery. So again, I'd love your thoughts. If you've got any opinions on it, let me know in the comments. It's got this beautiful clasp which you flip open and then pull out, and then it's hinged in two places. I did pay up for this. This was in the cabinet, but it was love at first sight. The Inca one that I found online was new, and I think it was $189 US, and I paid £30 for it. So they were happy and I was happy, and I have been wearing it this week because I've absolutely fallen in love with it, but I think at some point it probably will need to be sold, sadly, but for now I'm enjoying it. So in the costume I found what I'm pretty sure would have been the earrings that the owner of the bangle would have worn with it. Look how nicely they go together. Where's that turquoise gone? Absolutely gorgeous. There are no markings on them, so they were only £3, but I'm absolutely sure that they are silver, and I think that they're inlaid with turquoise. I wasn't sure in the shop whether they may be enamel, but I think they've got enough variation in them that I think they are a natural stone. They are beautiful, and they were just £3, so what a thrill. I absolutely loved that haul. Let me know what was your favourite thing in the comments. Do check out the channel and watch some more thrift hauls. I'll pop some more on the screen as well. Hit that like button for me so that more people can see the video. Comment down below and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.